is there details that maybe you wouldn't share with a new partner?
Knows I've had exes and that I've had.
When I tattoo my clients, I overshare a lot.
What if you guys accidentally saw so who you were talking to saw their tapes?
I'm not threatened because we're together now. Obviously, my pussy is better. I'm prettier. I'm smarter. Like, she's got nothing on me.
We actually went on a date way back.
Oh.
I want the details.
I know Gabe had no game back then. How did it go?
It was a bad date. We ended on a bad note.
After we always do comments, questions, concerns.
I guarantee she pulls out a syllabus
Todd,
before
no.
She's like, all right, here's what to prepare for Friday. Bondage, slapping.
Hunter X Hunter condoms. Yeah. All right. So today we are actually joined by my friend, Lynn. You guys probably seen her on a couple episodes. Actually, no. You've only been on the one with at the cabin. All right, so this is the first time you're on the Down Bad show.
I
Officially.
know. I'm so excited.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you on the winning podcast, the Underdogs,
The number one podcast.
the underdog
in Los Angeles.
We're the underdogs, all right? Because you know they got UTI and Suburb Talks. They got their own thing going, but we are. They're plotting against us. We're the underdog.
They're preying on our downfall.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
But
they hate us because they ain't us.
Everyone knows the underdog is the real main character.
Exactly.
That's who wins in the anime.
And yeah, happy to have you on. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Happy to be here.
And just a quick introduction. I'll leave you to do the introduction for yourself. You know, what do you do, and yeah, how do we know each other?
My name is Lynn. I'm a tattoo artist. I just recently opened up my own shop. I'm very excited about that.
Woo!
Hopefully you guys can come get tattooed, you know, if you're open to getting tattooed.
Oh, for sure.
We met at a party a few times, and every time we met, I don't think you remembered me. Like
What? No.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
we would be like, oh, where are you from? Oh, you're from New York? I'm from New York too. Oh, where'd you grow up? Queens? Oh, me too. And then we meet each other at the party again and be like, hey, I think I know you from somewhere. And then we get to talk and be like, oh, I'm from New York. Oh, I'm from New York too. We'd have the same conversation like maybe 3 times.
Are you serious?
Until I ran into you at the airport just for the trip, and I was like, I wonder if he remembers me. So I went to come up to him and I was like, hey! And you remembered me. I think you remembered me. You said hi.
That does make sense.
We've only met once at our party. All right, this isn't multiple times. All right,
no.
we've met at my Halloween party, and I remember you were a little angel thing, right?
You were there?
Yeah,
You
no,
were
I
like
met
some
you
butterfly
before that.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
I think at
No,
one
you
of Wu-Tang's parties.
No. I don't go to Wu-Tang's party.
Alright, never mind.
But from my memory, the Halloween party was the first time we met, and then I actually tried to invite you to come out again, right? And then you completely just left me on red. I was like, okay, I guess you don't like me. I guess you don't.
When?
Yeah. You could go through the threads,
clicked.
but
goodness.
what about Gabe? Was it a snowboarding trip the first time you?
Yeah, the first time I met both of you guys. Actually, I think you were at Wu-Tang's party too, but I didn't get to introduce myself to you. I didn't know you were there. I just remember I came with my friends and they were like, oh, there's that Rosie girl. She pulled up. I think you were on a scooter.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they told me
I know what you're talking about. No, I came for such a hot minute just to check it out really quick. Okay, so at the time of that party, actually, I had just gotten out of my last relationship. And I was kind of like just not feeling that social. I was kind of like,
It's a Halloween party, right?
no,
Oh.
it was some random party at.
I think it might have been his birthday or
Oh.
post-birthday.
Some random dude's
Random
birthday
shit.
party. I don't know. Irrelevant. But I don't know. But I came and like I was like there were these guys there and like I think as soon as they found out I was single, everybody was hitting on me and it felt so gross that I was like I need to step out. So I went outside just to like take a walk and they had those like bird scooters.
Yeah.
And so I just got on one and I just rode around Santa Monica for like 20 minutes. And then I came back and I was like, great party, and then I Ubered home.
Aw. Okay, yeah.
You
That's
met her
lovely.
like
yeah,
on
that's
the
me.
way back?
The girl in the Uber, huh?
How'd you guys meet then? If
I
you
don't
were on a
know.
bird.
Met.
We introduced ourselves on a snowboarding trip, but my friend saw her at that party and she was like,
Oh,
"Oh yeah, we've met
scooter
her
girl.
before. We've seen her before." But
Oh,
yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like a little mouse in the corner at that party. I just wasn't really socializing too much.
Wait, how'd I come up in conversation if we don't?
Because they saw the podcast and they were like, "Oh,
That
when did
makes
you
sense.
meet them all?" And I was like, "Oh, I met most of them on the trip." And they're like, "No, we met her before. We've seen her before." Yeah.
No, we met at
Yeah.
Tao.
No, we go
At
way back.
Tao?
You don't remember? Oh.
What?
Never mind. We're not on the same page. We can't run the same joke.
What? Oh yeah, way back.
You two?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both from Queens.
Oh. Oh, you guys have like a backstory to
Yeah. We actually went on a date way back.
Oh, for real?
What?
Yeah.
Like
How was it? Was it? Wait, I want the details.
No, I know Gabe had no game back then. So how did it go?
I like the no game.
You think I still have game?
You liked the little nervous version Gabe.
I do.
Now she don't like me anymore.
Yeah.
She moved on.
It was a bad date. We ended on a bad note. We didn't talk for years, and then he ended up being
Being a changed man.
being your friend,
Right.
being on this, and then I saw him again at the snowboarding party, and we had said that we were gonna pretend nothing ever happened before.
Yeah.
So the reintroduction happened. You know, we're like, "Oh hi, my name's Lynn. My name's
Oh, y'all kept it casual. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, behind closed doors, y'all. Okay.
Still in love with her though.
Huh?
What?
Gabe, you're loving. You know what? I support
Whoa.
it. You know, I support it. You know.
No, that's not what
Now,
love-
now, throughout this episode, no, just subtly try to riz it up, bro. No. You got this. Oh. Left me hanging. There we go.
I thought you tried to shoot me for a second. You got this.
No.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I mean, to kind of summarize it, you know, we've all been around these LA streets for the past couple years. Yeah. As in, like you know, we've been to
Speak for
parties.
yourself.
That, you know, like
We're not homeless. Okay, we have homes.
it's a fucking metaphor. Jesus
That's
Christ!
funny.
All right, and that's how we met. You know, just LA parties, and we all kind of share a similar friend circle, and yeah, there we go. That's the backstory. But anyways, getting back to what you were talking, but Rosie's in love. Hold on.
That's true.
Yes.
It's true.
All right.
It's true. I would do anything. I would do anything to make this man happy. Yeah.
Even peg him.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be me.
No,
That would
I
make me
know.
happy. Not him.
Well, depending on some guys, that it would also make them happy. Yeah.
No. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
You?
No, not me. We have a friend though.
I know.
We have a friend. Yeah.
I think is it the same friend? I think I know them
Huh?
too. Every time I see this guy, he just talks about how good pegging is.
Oh, it's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
him then.
His name rhymes with Mill.
The first half of his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jimmy doesn't know how to rhyme.
We have the same brain cells, so I knew what he was trying to say.
What was the
sorry.
last name?
Huh?
Never mind.
Can I eat this too?
Yeah.
Is it both for me?
I thought you were gonna say for huh?
No.
She's not
You're
alone
right.
with you.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat it.
No, I want you to say I love you and give that to him.
Wow.
Now I did see on some of the comments, right, that do you Rosie, do you ever feel like, man, I said this on a podcast, or I said a bunch of things on a podcast? Do you ever feel like maybe I'm oversharing a little too much? Like,
You know, sometimes that's a good thing to bring up, because sometimes when we're sitting here, it just feels like I'm hanging out with you guys,
Right.
and I forget there are a bunch of random people listening in.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm such an open person.
Right.
And it's like, I think the things that I do share are things that I don't mind people knowing about.
Okay,
Like, it's not like
okay.
I have anything to hide
Okay.
about any of these stories. But I do, actually, that does remind me though, because I was reading the comments the other day,
Yeah.
and everyone...
Got the jacket on.
I'm ready to fight. I'm like, okay, let's...
These motherfuckers.
What the comments say? What the comments say?
Let me know why everyone. I was talking, because it was the last podcast where I was talking about how much I liked my then crush, and then Gabe and I were flirting, as we do, because why wouldn't we?
That's
Right?
what friends do.
I'm hot. Gabe's hot. We flirt, and then all the comments are like, "Oh my God, she's so in love with Gabe. She's so into Gabe. Like blah blah blah."
Who isn't?
That is true.
Relax.
That is true.
Alright.
But
You're not in love with me?
I am.
Okay.
But also like.
Okay.
No,
She broke up with me.
this pissed me off though, because y'all talk about sucking each other's every goddamn day and I have to hear it. But the second I say it, now I'm into Gabe. Like what?
Whoa.
Yeah. You can't back up your statement with a lie.
Not only that, I'm not out here saying I want to suck his every day.
That blew over my head for a second.
I might, slap his ass now and then. That's not equate to, I don't know.
Look at Lynn's face. Let me put the mic on.
Alright, anyways.
I don't even slap Gabe's. Actually.
Help.
No, but it's like one of those a sportsmanship slaps.
It's a good morning.
It's
Good night. Good breakfast.
Great sex.
See
we
you
just
later.
had.
Yeah. Great head.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes in Japan, randomly, when you would just walk in front of me, I just have this weird urge to smack your ass, bro.
And I have like a sense, like a spidey sense. Sometimes I walk past you, I put my hand there. And sometimes I deflect it without even knowing.
Yeah, sometimes you would catch me.
Yeah.
I was like, how did he know?
I'm just that good.
Look it over there. He just catches my hand.
Well, I'm telling you, my reflexes are crazy. I'll just walk like.
Wait, do you remember on the ski trip when I
Smacked my ass? Oh my
Do
god.
you remember that?
Yeah, I yelped.
No, you made a sound and it was so funny. It's like a pleasurable sound.
Huh? I made a pleasurable.
What do you say?
How'd it go? Do tell. Gorsh.
Do you not remember this? We literally laughed. You were like getting on the car and I just went like, it was like the perfect slap. You know what I mean? Like, just like
This ass,
like,
everything's
like,
a perfect slap.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and then Gabe was just like, oh.
Damn, I don't remember.
Nah, you do make those like subtle. Yeah, it's not.
What else am I gonna do? Hey!
No, well, sometimes I get a little animated, right? So I'll pull my shirt up, like smack it again. I'll do one of these.
I like that. I like
A little
that.
arch to it.
I'm so sus.
How you like getting your ass slapped, Lynn?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you make any like sounds, little
Just might
sounds?
go closer.
How do you react? Yeah, I think that's.
Are we talking about like full on spanking, like I laid down or are we
Like you
talking
getting
about
punished,
like
Wait,
what? Oh,
Like,
not yet.
like mid. In the bed or
are we like playful, like walk by,
like a
little
friend?
tap?
There's
Yeah, like
playful.
the way Jimmy does it with Gabe.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love doing it to people. I love getting it done to me. So it's like a little
How
hug.
about like a spanking? If you've been a bad girl type.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it all.
You like it cocked all the way back?
No. We did. Okay, that's not.
Oh, sorry.
I think that's a little
I'm talking
unnecessary.
about clap. Like,
That's a little unnecessary.
Shout out to our sponsor for this week, Manscaped. And you guys know that summer is coming. Are you guys ready to unveil that beach bod? Because I still got mad work to do, but we getting there. Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full body grooming and hygiene products. Don't be at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair. Trim your chesticles with the besticles. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you could do is make sure they're shaved. It's time to get ready for hot boy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping if you use the code down bad. You guys know me, I've been using Manscaped for the past 4 or 5 years now, and every single time before a date, groom downstairs, my armpits, keep in mind, Asian people don't grow much facial hair, but when we do grow, it's not in the right places. Grows in like protruding hairs. I gotta use Manscaped to shave that shit off. And I could make sure all of my body hair is fully trimmed, despite how shitty it looks. Big thank you to Lawnmower 4.0. Whether you're trimming your chest or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market. Their trimmer features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology. Manscaped is dedicated to helping you increase your confidence level by giving you a full body grooming kit called the Performance Package 4.0. And inside this package includes Essential Lawnmower 4.0, Crop Preserver. It's an anti-shaving ball moisturizer. It gets stuffy down there, so with this little moisturizer, you just feel very relieved, and you just know that whatever you're packing down there smells elegant. The Weed Whacker 2.0. That's to make sure your little nose hairs isn't gonna be fucking popping out when you're up close and personal with the girl. It also comes with a Shears 2.0 nails kit. For every part of your body, it has you secured. So yeah, by having the right tools for grooming is essential. So do yourself a favor and use the right tools by going to manscaped.com, and you guys could get 20% off and free shipping with the code DownBadShow. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code DownBadShow at manscaped.com. Cheers, mate.
But speaking of ass, since we're on the topic of ass,
Always on top of that.
I couldn't help myself, but to comment
Huh?
on one of Lynn's pictures the other day,
What?
your Instagram story. Oh, you was
Oh!
showing it off.
Yeah.
You was showing what you was working with.
Yeah, the thirst traps you be thirsting these
Wait,
days.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it. Let me see.
I got
Show
you.
me.
Yeah, Lynn hit like one of the craziest thirst traps of 2023.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
even as
No,
a
she
friend,
had the-
I was like, wow. What did I say?
I don't remember.
Pull it up.
I really don't remember. But you know what? Every time I post a thirst trap, I get crazy numbers. So now I'm only gonna post them when I have to make a big announcement to make sure I get the views.
Yep.
I don't think it was that crazy. It was just.
I need it a little lower.
That's
I
what,
need you.
that's what people are saying.
I think you
You're too far away. Can you airdrop it to me?
Now, how many of our mutuals
Can you
also
see? Can I show Gabe?
commented?
Yeah, go ahead. It was on my
How
story.
many of our
Oh,
mutuals
send it to
also
me.
commented on that story?
I don't think that many.
Oh shit!
I don't think that many.
It's just you, Jimmy.
Oh my god!
You know what was weird?
What?
I would have like different friend groups reply to it at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, "Are you guys next to each other and seeing this?" And like, okay, you reply and then I'll reply, or it's so coincidentally
funny.
that like everyone from this group commented at the same time, and everyone from that group commented at the same time. Yeah.
I think it might be coincidental. I was definitely in my room.
Did anybody in the podcast group comments on it?
No, they're over it. They're used to it.
That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess this is kind of like a new. Type
No,
of-
it's new to me too, because I wasn't doing this before,
Oh.
until I got single, and I was like, you know what? I can show some ass
Well,
now.
When did you get
Yeah.
single?
Last July.
Oh,
I will say the one after it, I didn't know it was the first one, man of God. But the second one, where you were like talking about like you need inches in you or something. I was like, this is the best string of thirst trap stories I've ever seen.
I know. I
It was a
wasn't
1-2
planning.
punch.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to until I got the replies, and I was like, oh, I could see what they did there. I didn't mean to do that though.
What
You
was
didn't
the-
mean to
what
do.
was the following
Come
story?
on. Let me
So
see. I replied to that one, not the thirst trap.
I'm wearing.
what did you say that?
Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm wearing pants, but like because I'm short, all my pants are long, and so I took a picture from like waist down. I was like, somebody donate 4 inches to my height, and everyone was like, I got some other 4 inches I can donate to.
What was the smoothest reply from that?
I don't know. They
Better
were
say
all
mine.
pretty much the same.
Oh, word.
It's the
Mine
same
wasn't?
joke, like recycled over and over.
That's crazy.
But Gabe said you said you had something original.
No, I didn't.
What did you say?
I said I could help, but I don't know about the hype part.
Yeah.
And then she said, I don't get it. Please elaborate in detail.
At least mom got a laugh.
Please elaborate in detail with pictures.
I think my replies better. Yeah. And I hit her with the Pokemon. There's a time and place for everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna bring that energy,
And
bring
now's
it all
the
the way.
time.
Let me see it.
Oh, I bet. After the pod,
Okay.
when we film our pod with Jasmine.
All right. W Riz.
I have no Riz. She doesn't like Riz.
I like the Rizless.
The Riz.
The Rizless.
The unfortunates. But fuck, we went off track for a little bit. Anyways, we were talking about like just like oversharing, right, with your partner, and you feel like you're such an open book, Rosie, that like anything kind of goes. But don't you think is there details that maybe you wouldn't share with a new partner, or online or stuff like that? Such as like maybe stuff about your ex or stuff about like previous partners or stuff like that. No.
I don't know, like
You don't give.
I don't know, like knows I've had exes and that I've had sex. That's not true. Actually, I've never had sex with a man before. Let's put that on the
I was
record.
about to say that.
If we've talked about it before, that was a lie.
Okay.
I was making stuff up so that I could fit in with you guys, but I was a virgin.
Yeah, she's trying to fit in.
Yeah.
You just
So
never-
everything that I've ever said
It
was
was
untrue.
all fiction.
Yep.
Yeah, it was all.
I just have a really good imagination.
Now, Lynn, what about you? What would you say?
I overshare a lot. Like when I tattoo my clients
Uh-huh.
and we get to talking about life, I'm always oversharing. I think as long as I'm not mentioning any names, because I know like a lot of people will still be in my lives, we'll have mutuals. Like I'll allude to the story, but I won't blatantly put you out in the spotlight. Like, oh,
Right.
John said this and this and that, and his dick is this size, and we,
Right.
you know. But if I'm vague about it, I don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about with you know people that you're seeing currently, or even in the days that you've been single? Like maybe the first date. Would you talk about stuff like your body count, or like stuff you did with a previous partner?
I mean, if the conversation led to that and it was very friendly, I don't mind sharing. But
Yeah.
like right off the bat, he's like, "Hi, I'm so and so. How many bodies do you have?"
Right.
You know, then I'm like,
that's
"Oh,
weird,
okay. I don't like this conversation." Yeah, it's about the intent. You know, if we're just having fun, we're having a conversation. That's the way it goes, and that's the way it went. But
Do you ever get uncomfortable if the other person starts talking about their ex?
Twist your mic. It's not picking it up.
no, not really. I mean, anything that happened before me, it's just why do I have an opinion on it? You know, you were moving the way you were moving before me, and you don't even have to move differently after meeting me. It's just I don't understand when people get mad at like, oh, you used to fuck with so and so,
Yeah.
and it's just like I didn't know you. I
Yeah.
didn't know you back
Yeah.
then. I didn't know you had
Should've.
a problem. Oh yeah, you're right. I should have, but I didn't. That's my fault. I'm only human.
It's okay, I
Yeah.
forgive you.
So
Okay,
Thank
so I'm gonna give y'all a little small little example, right? Let's say,
This is a
yeah,
true story.
yeah, possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
So I had an ex when I first started dating her. She started, bringing up her ex a decent amount, and at first I was like, okay, all right, it's. She got some, personal issues that she got to deal with him. But next thing you know, she starts showing me his
Nudes.
work. And
Well, what does that mean? I'm confused.
let's just say,
What he did for work.
huh?
What he does for work.
Like music,
Okay.
I see.
right? And then I'm like, oh, cool. These songs are about you?
oh, like actual work.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like videos of them. I was like, why
No,
was she showing
no,
me
no,
that?
no,
that's
no.
crazy.
No,
Yeah,
videos
that would
of
be
them.
crazy.
Yeah, I've
Like,
I-
babe, why can't you hit it like this? Nah, I would die.
Oh my god.
I would cry.
Dude, if a guy did that, I would cheat. I would straight up. I'm gonna leave. Find the next man I can fuck.
Yeah,
Have
imagine.
sex, record it, come back, and show it to him. Look at this.
I would cry.
Yo, what if you guys accidentally saw so who you were talking to, like you saw their sex tapes of
I'll kill
their
myself.
past?
Okay.
Damn. Well, where's the news?
I'm just kidding.
What would you actually do? Kill them?
I don't know. Well, here's
Did you
here's
study
the
the footage? Like,
No, but here's
wait a second.
well, here's how I'm playing it in my head, right? Is like, and that's why I feel like I don't care that much about oversharing with my partner, or like that he'll see the stuff that I've tweeted in the past, because
Right.
it's like I am who I am, and if he's gonna be with me, he should know who I am, right? I think
Right.
these are like important parts of me, and I'm not gonna like unnecessarily give details that like would make him feel uncomfortable.
Sure, but you know how sometimes like pillow talk, you guys are just talking about it.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
what else have you
See,
done?
this is
Yeah.
I don't know. This is what I mean. Like in this hypothetical of like if I saw a video of him fucking like an ex or something like that, how would I feel? Like first of all, like disgusting, but like second of all, like I'm not threatened because we're together now, and obviously my pussy is better. So why do I care
Right.
that this video exists? Like
Right,
I'm
right,
prettier, I'm smarter. Like she's got nothing on me.
But
I'm with him now.
is like a part of you curious? Like, oh, I don't want to look at it, but
I think it's a gamble.
How?
It's a gamble. Like,
How is she hit riding?
Like, she don't do that for me.
This is a different okay, so now I would like to hear you guys, like, would you guys watch this video? If it surfaced out, you would.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, if we were comfortable enough and I felt secure enough with you in our relationship, I'd be like, oh, you have a video still? I'd probably be like iffy on why you still had that video.
Right.
But if the video was like circulating somehow and shit went to shit, I'd be like, are you okay if I watch it? Like, does that make you uncomfortable? And I feel like I would just watch it to see how their moves were so I can top it.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to say no, because I feel like it's almost one of those things where, like, for example, like, I don't want to know what the future looks like, for example, because it'll impact how I am now. And I think it's the same thing with, like, things in the past. Like, for me, it's like, leave it behind. Like, I am with him now, and this is our sex life, and I don't want things in the past to influence it. Like, why does it matter? If it was important, then he would bring it up to me on his own. Like, I don't think, like, I think, like, it's like if you go out digging for, like, trouble, you're gonna find it, kind of thing. So, like,
true.
I'm just gonna leave it be.
That's a very healthy and peaceful way to go about it. And you know, I would like to be like that too, but I respectfully, I'm too curious. Yeah, I'm too like just show me, just show. We are like, I'm topping that video first of all.
That's motivation. It's either like I'm getting gassed up because I was killing it way better than him, or he's a little better than me, and I'm gonna catch up in like a couple weeks. And then we're recreating a new one, deleting that other one, and then that's it.
I hope I'm not like this in in a couple years. I feel like once I'm a family man, I'm not out here looking at my ex's tapes. But
this is if you stumble upon it, right? Like,
I guess I feel
or
like
if your ex has it and she says, I'm deleting all the old videos from it, and you're like, hold on. Before they go, can I?
Okay, yeah. In that context,
would you?
I think I would. Yeah. I'm just.
I feel like it's. I don't know if it's different between guys and girls.
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like you were in the middle of a story, Jimmy. You were talking about how, like,
the
pillow talk and your ex bringing up work.
Right. So she was bringing up, you know, how his you know, she dated a musician, right? And she was like, oh, these are the songs, you know. Oh, don't listen to his songs. Da da da. What the fuck? Of course I'm gonna try to listen to his songs. Like, you say not to listen, and he's a semi well-known musician. Of course I'm gonna listen to his music. And then I started listening. And I'm like, fuck, is he talking about her like that? Oh man. And then I don't know. It was just constantly like kind of come up in conversation, just randomly. And because, you know, maybe he's, I don't want to get too many details, but just in that context, right? Would you guys be like, yo, that's annoying, stop sharing, shut the fuck up? You guys would, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a reason to keep bringing somebody from your past up in multiple conversations. Like, if you want to give a warning, there could be like one conversation. If it's really necessary for there to be two, okay, fine, two. But to casually throw it into like conversation when you guys are having a good day and everything, it's just like, I feel like you're trying to push a button or make a point there, you know, that
like,
should be addressed.
Yeah, have you guys ever caught yourself like, oh, maybe I am talking about an ex a little bit too much on a date? Have you guys ever caught yourself?
Not on a date, but I think I have done it, like pillow talks, or like sometimes like I know this has happened because my boyfriend has brought it up, and he's been like, like, can we be in the moment? Because for me it's like, what it was is like, I'm a big reminiscer,
right? And
like, I have exes that I'm still friends with. And like, I don't know, a lot of the relationships, I think it's tricky because a lot of people who talk about their exes a lot, it tends to be a sign that they're not over their ex, right? Like, they're hung up for some reason, like they missed some part, or like they want you to be some type of way. I think I look at a lot of past relationships almost like, you know, the way you look back at your childhood memories, like, oh, that was a really nice time. I was a very different person, like, you know, these good times. But it's not like you want to go back. Like, I don't want to actually be a kid again and like fucking take tests in school or whatever.
Right.
But it's like nice, like, it's like, oh yeah, like we rode, right? Like sometimes like we'll go like ride our bikes or like walk along the beach, and I'm like, oh, and like he'll skip stones or something, and I'll be like, oh my god, this reminds me of like you know, this other time when that happened. And then he's like, you're taking away from the moment. Like, can we stop? And then that reminds me to like, okay, I'm here with him now. But like, I think it's normal. I think like you can't help that like this thing with like a new love reminds you of an old love too. Like, I think a lot of memories build on each other, and that's okay. But yeah, I think it's just important, like when it does bother you, to like bring it up and like talk about it. Like we'll talk about it. We'll be like, yeah, why did I bring that up? Like, what am I feeling? And like how are we both feeling about this? And then we get to the bottom of it, and like we feel better about it. But I've been a lot better about it since.
Okay, since man's brought up. Yeah, it is just like, you know, you're just walking or you're pillow talking, and all of a sudden, wow, fucking that water bottle looks like the water fucking that we used to drink together. We go on dates. You know, he used to take me to picnics. He will always bring me the Aquafina. I'm like, why the fuck does that matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like over. I don't know. That's like something you can't really explain. Like, I understand if it's like good things, but I feel like most people bring up their exes if it's like something like bad to happen, or if they're annoyed, like if they're like still kind of talking to their ex, or they kind of forced to, or they see them somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. I delete every memory of my ex, so that's fine.
I feel like I did it a lot in the beginning of a new relationship as like a comparative thing. Like, oh, my ex never did this for me, but you do this for me. Or, you know, oh,
what if my ex used to do this for me? How come you not doing it for me?
No, I never bring that up. That's mean. I feel like that's mean. I feel like I could say what standards I want to have and what I would like
without bringing up an ex.
Yeah, but I don't have to, you know, bring it down to like, oh, well, you know, so-and-so used to do that for me. How come you don't?
But would you like say it? Like, could you do this for me? But maybe it's because your ex used to do it. Would you bring up something like your new partner to do for you that your ex did? In a healthy way?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
what?
if
Like
I
what?
liked it. I mean, if it was healthy. I mean, I wouldn't ask for something super specific. Like if he like
could you like twist my legs?
Yeah, yeah. But it'd be like, where did you learn this from? But if I'm just like,
Reddit?
oh, you know, when it's cold, I'd appreciate if you brought me a blanket, or you know, ask me if yeah, I know. It doesn't take a lot for me to be happy. I'm not gonna ask for like the most extravagant stuff, you know.
Now,
But-
You should.
have you ever been with someone where they start, you know, again, we're in a pillow talk setting, and they're asking you like, how did you like to have sex before, right? Or like what kind of things are you into, right? Kind of like questions to see, you know, what your kinks are, and have you just accidentally slip out like, oh, I used to do like get inside out with my ex, or I like to do this with my ex? Has that ever slipped out? And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, and made someone uncomfortable.
I mean, if you're gonna ask me what I like, I'm gonna tell you what I like.
Yeah.
I've
Are you
been in
gonna say
instances-
specific examples?
No, but I have had somebody be like, well, who'd you do that with? And I'm like, why does that matter? You just asked me what I liked. I don't have to tell you who I did it with, you know?
Yeah.
But then they get really caught up on the fact like, oh, that was a really creative move. Who thought of that? Who did you do it with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
Gabe, would you ask? I
Ask
feel like-
what?
Yeah, like would you, you know, you're pillow talking with a girl and you're like,
Yeah, I don't care about like what a girl's done in the past really, unless it's like some crazy shit.
Right.
But I wouldn't like say like, oh, what do you like? And then she's like, yeah, I like getting tied up to the bed frame and this and that. I wouldn't be like, who did that to you? I'd be like, how can we add to that? How can we, you know, do that? Like I don't really care about like. that
But
stuff.
with those type
'Cause
of
everyone has a
conversations,
past.
those kind of conversations don't make you feel uncomfortable.
No, if anything, I'm just
Okay.
more curious. And
Okay.
like, cause like the bottom line is to like advance the chemistry and like sexual interactions. It's like,
Right.
don't ask a question if you can't handle like
Right.
a different response.
Yeah, I don't know. I think our sex is very like, it's really about us. It's not like, again, it's not about what's happened in the past or it's really like what we usually do is after sex, like while you're cuddling, we always do like like comments, questions, concerns.
Get the notepad.
What is this peer review homework?
Okay, stop. You're making fun of me, but I think it's really important to
Take notes after sex.
debrief or like to talk about.
Debrief.
This is why she went to a fucking Ivy League.
Debrief.
This is
Oh my god! I guarantee she pulls out a syllabus
talk-
before
no.
sex.
to talk about
She's like, all right, here's what to prepare for Friday. bondage, slapping, and surprise.
And Hunter X Hunter condoms. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think it's important to make sure that to know sometimes you try new things, right? Like to talk about it. Like, did that
Pop
go well?
quizzes.
Did you like it? Right? What could have been better? Right? And it started with questions like that, but then we kind of paraphrased it to just comments, questions, concerns.
Comic.
So it's kinda
Lynn,
cheesy.
do you have peer review dialogue after post coitus?
No.
Post coitus.
I'm telling you, it makes sex better, okay?
I
It does.
believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that. I think I get scared talking about sex, honestly, with my partner because I'm always scared to offend them. And then I could see sometimes, when I was vocal about how I felt, I could feel the next time we had sex, there was a lot of doubt going through his mind, you know? And I felt bad because I felt like I wish I could take that away, but I know that that was a thing that was in his mind. And then I try to overperform and overreact to try and make up for where he feels like he's slacking in. And then it just doesn't make it as fun anymore. So that's why it's talking about how you perform is a little touchy for me. Like if you were gonna tell me I would like you to do this more and this more, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But giving feedback to sometimes men, it's not a good ego.
So how would you then figure it out though? Like how would you,
if they were,
Is it
it's
just
like
unspoken? Is it completely unspoken?
No, I think it's a game of hot and cold. Like if you're getting to a hot area, I'm gonna moan a little louder just so you know, mentally that this is,
Nah, you gotta be vocal
That's
about
the thing.
it.
I don't know. That's what I think too. But I've been with partners where I'm eventually they're gonna know where the clit is because that's when I'm moaning.
Eventually.
But it's and it's I don't know. I think sometimes if you don't just talk about it, they're not gonna know and they just think they're fine. And sure, no, I agree with you. I think there are men that will end up getting insecure about it, or women too, and get in their heads about it. But I think that's something they need to figure out.
That's true.
You shouldn't be trying to protect their feelings so much that it's at the sacrifice of your own sex life with them, right, and your relationship to some extent. If you're not able to communicate, I don't know, I just feel like a good partner, because you said if I was giving a guy head and he was if you use more tongue or if you did it this way it'd be better, I want to know that so that I can do that instead of just doing giving mid head the whole time, right? I don't know, Jimmy, Gabe, if a girl gave you feedback about something she wanted more of or something she didn't like that you were doing.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm putting it into practice.
Exactly.
Next time.
Exactly.
I have the comments, questions, and concerns. But I don't call it that. I don't call it that. I don't bring out a piece of paper. But I don't know. For me, with everything I do, I just love feedback and constructive criticism. So even if it's a random hookup, I'll still talk about how'd you feel about this or whatever.
Yeah,
or if it's a random hookup, maybe I'll try something new and just test it out. Because I don't get offended if someone didn't like it. Then I'm more curious how to get better.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it's a sign that honestly maybe you need a maybe a more confident or emotionally mature man that you can if you're telling him giving him honest feedback and you're not being cruel about it and he can't take it yeah
That's true.
If he can't take it, then you shouldn't take it from him.
Oh my god,
Get it branded.
My gosh.
Bars.
Put it on a shirt.
So, down bad show merch number 1.
Bars. And okay, so moving on a little bit from
ruined my momentum.
what you said
I
something
did
else.
the ear. I don't know why I said it good.
You're
Just take it away.
have you guys ever shared details? Have you guys ever trauma dumped and bonded over in the beginning of a relationship, right? And that's also kind of in the same house as oversharing, right? It's have you maybe told a guy that yeah, I cheated, or not even I cheated, or damn, I've yeah, I fucking I had anxiety and clinical depression, right? Would you just dump that on a first or second date?
If you felt comfortable enough to have that conversation, yeah. I feel like if I'm gonna talk about my experience, it's because I gotten over it already. So I don't really have too much trauma still attached to it. So it's just having a regular AB conversation, But I don't think we've ever bonded over it. I think it was more he was asking about me or asking about a part of my life at that time, and I was like, okay, I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you where my mental was at that time. But it's not to be what did you go through? You know, do you want to
Yeah.
get along from that point? Yeah, no. Yeah.
Gabe, nothing.
Trauma.
This was a lame question. All right.
Wait,
No, I thought we were going in order. That's why. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think I've been with guys where they trauma dumped to me, but that made me like bond to them because I felt like, right, like when someone is opening
He's
up
so
to you,
vulnerable.
yeah, like
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, I feel like he trusts me, and like we're having, you know, and like I feel like I want to take care of him. I don't know, that has happened before. Like I remember I had like a not even a one night stand because we didn't have sex, but we just like. We made out and cuddled all night, and he was just telling me about his life. He's telling me about drug addictions, like and I like had feelings for this man for like a month, and all we did was like saw each other one night and like cuddle, and I think it was just because of how close I felt to him because of how much he was sharing. But I don't know if like I don't think I overshare on first dates like that. Like in terms of like things that are going on with me right now. Like I'm not gonna start bawling and like crying on a date, right?
Sure.
But I think I always share parts of my life that are important to me, like parts that I feel like are core to who I am as a person. Like on this podcast, right? I've talked, like maybe even on the first one, I always talk like, or like new friends too. I always talk about like my upbringing, right? Like growing up poor, like how I ended up where I am. Because those
that's
are
an inspirational story,
right? Because that's like part of my values, and it's not so much like trauma dumping as like, hey, but like I did go through a lot of stuff, and it makes me who I am. So I think that's important to share. But I do think it's different than like trauma dumping in the sense that like, oh shit, like I have all this crap going on in my life, and I'm gonna like dump it onto you.
Right. Yeah, I've had a girl who did reveal that she cheated before, and that like raised a big red flag in me. And I'm almost thinking like, if she said that like after I fell for her, like 4, 5, 6, 7 dates in, maybe I wouldn't be as alarmed. Right, where I'm like more invested, but if she's sharing that on the second day, I'm like, oh god.
I mean, but like, wouldn't you want people to be transparent about that stuff early on? Like, would you actually feel worse that like, like you're seeing each other for a month, and then you're like, why are you telling me now this big thing? I don't know.
It depends how you go about the conversation. I think like it's good to know that stuff earlier, but it's not good to like just leave it at that. Like I would want to know like, if you cheated, like what's your side of the story? What happened? Why it happened? How'd you improve from it? Like, what'd you learn from it? So and so. And then kind of like, if you cheated because like, oh yeah, he flirted with my best friend or something.
That's fine then.
You go, sis, I guess. But yeah. As far as trauma dumping, I think I kind of always undershare unless people ask. Like I'm an open book, but there's like, you just gotta flip the page. So like I never really like openly share things about myself unless like trauma wise. But like if people ask, then I'm like fully open to like talk about it and go into it. So yeah.
Like okay, cool.
I'm curious. We don't have to go into this, but I'm super curious if you guys have ever cheated or been cheated on.
Don't miss.
No.
Healthy relationships.
I'll stop talking to a person, or break the relationship off before I do something else with another person.
Have you guys?
That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to just like, hey, if this relationship is not working out, like do the right thing and end it instead of betraying this person that you made a commitment to. No, I've never cheated, or I've never technically been cheated on, but I've been in situations where I was seeing a guy that I thought was single, and then I find out that he had a girlfriend the entire time. So I've twice now I've like been like the third person without knowing it, and as soon as I find out, I like just ghost them. Yeah.
Lynn, have you ever had?
Yeah, I've been cheated on a few times.
Damn.
A few times.
Yeah, by the same person too, and that's also the person I
What?
cheated on after. I mean, it doesn't justify me cheating, but it was just it was very very toxic.
Sorry though.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm over it now, but it definitely like I feel like that's why I'm so patient when I meet women who are in these types of relationships, because it was like I understand feeling like you can't leave and having this like emotional lock on you, and it's so draining, and you really like you have your own self-worth diminished over time, and it's almost like gaining or losing weight where it's just so little every day that you don't even realize that your self-worth is being drained until you look in the mirror after like a few years and you're like, I don't even recognize myself anymore, you know?
Damn.
And so there was like a whole string of like me finding out he was cheating on me and him being
Jesus.
very manipulative of being like, if you leave me, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. And playing that on me at such a young age when I'm so empathetic towards people.
You kidding?
It was so heavy. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay. And at first it was like a verbal situation. He'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I won't do it again. And then he learned that like with every time it happened, I would have less and less patience. And I was like, no, I'm done. I'm really done. Find a more extreme way to try and keep and latch me in. And then at the end of it, I was just like, oh, so I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. If you won't let me go, I'm just going to go and I'm going to go do my own thing. And then maybe that'll be the last straw for you and you let me leave. But yeah, that's why I cheated.
Wow.
in the end.
So is that did it work then? Like, were you able to end the relationship because of that?
Yeah, after that happened, I didn't sleep with the guy who I cheated on him with. It was more of like an emotional cheating where I felt like he was my safe place that I could go to when I spoke to him, and he was just very caring and very sweet. And so emotionally, I guess I cheated, and then I left. I moved here, and that's how I got away from him.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad you're away from that. That's
Thank you.
awful. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's a live and learn situation, you know.
What was happening in the relationship where he felt like he wanted to cheat?
I don't know. I can't really speak for him. I can never be in his head, you know, but he did come from like a pretty broken family, and his friends, his influence around him weren't the best.
Yeah.
And I was like seeing his boys, you know, go out and do some raunchy shit, and so I was like, oh, I don't know if I really like you hanging around them. I don't really like that that's the influence you have.
Right.
But
It's back in New York.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was just playing that.
What area
card
did he
of-
live?
Queens.
Hold on.
That was my man.
Bayside? Hold on, Bayside, Flushing, Jackson Heights. That's a lot of
That's
neighborhoods.
not Flushing.
No, I can't.
Maybe I feel like a Bayside dude. Feel like a Korean Bayside type of
No,
guy.
you know
He went to
what?
Fernie Lou, definitely.
Yeah.
I spoke about him on the UTI podcast, and I was like, the whole time, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should speak on this or not. And I'm like, I don't really mind. Like, I'm over it. But I was like, I don't know if he's gonna
Watch it.
come back and like try and violate me somehow or start some shit. And as soon as that podcast or that clip posted, this man messaged me on Instagram a whole ass paragraph, and I started freaking out because I like still have nightmares about him
Yeah,
to
no, that's
this day,
scary.
you know. And so when he messaged me, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. So I blocked him and all of the mutuals that we had, and
Damn.
yeah. But yeah, he was out there. He was going through a lot, not to, you know, justify. He used to punch glass after I said I would leave and like bleed out, and I'd be like,
That's crazy.
I don't know what you want me to do right now, you know?
Crazy.
Yeah, it got pretty extreme. So when people are like, oh, why didn't you just leave? Like, yeah, it could be as simple as just leaving. But also, he had like eyes on me everywhere I went. Like, I went to Flushing one time, and my friend called me. He was like, oh, I'm getting my glasses repaired. I can't really see. Do you want to come hang out? I was like, bet. I'll come. I'll pick you up. You know, we'll just go to the park or something. Literally 2 minutes after he got into my car, and mind you, this friend has been my friend since I was like 6. There was nothing in between us. He was just completely platonic.
Guy friend though.
Guy friend.
Guy friend.
He calls me up and he was like, where the fuck are you? Who is in your car right now? And I was like,
fuck?
how did you see that? Like, did you put a camera in my car or something? And he was like, somebody saw you have a friend get in your car and you drive away. And I was like, I looked
That's
at my
crazy.
friend, and this is when I would start turning on my friends because I was so scared, you know? I'd be like, who were you just with? Did you tell anyone I was seeing you? And it's just like, you should never be in that position, you know? You should never feel like you should have that much caution about the way you move, especially if you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. And with someone that you're supposed to trust and make you feel safe. Dude, it's actually, this totally reminds me of like, and I forgot this happened to me, but I had an ex in high school where like when I tried to break up with him, it was like the same thing. He like got really suicidal. And it wasn't as bad, but he would like send me pictures of him like harming himself, like burning his hand, like things. Yeah, like to try to like manipulate and guilt you. And it's just like people, I don't know, people are so
That's not it.
broken in so many ways, but like that doesn't, like they need to figure it out instead of being with another person and then like transferring that hurt
Yeah.
onto
for
more
sure.
people.
It's just
That fucks with you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it's just a really desperate attempt at keeping that other person around. Yeah, I feel like they all they're like Eminem fans. You guys ever seen that video? Stan? Yeah.
When he wrote the letter.
When he
The car?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Driving?
such a sad video.
Yeah. Like, I wish you would write me back. It's kind of like that kind of energy
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, like I'm gonna do anything to have you stay. But yeah, no, Flushing is a small little circle. It's a small little town.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you're like involved in it's like fucking Animal Crossing, bro. It's like just such a small spot. You could kind of see anybody from
Oh.
anywhere.
I was like, where's the correlation?
Yeah, I was like, where's it going?
Yeah, it's a small town. You know where everything is, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you have people who know who
Yeah.
recognize people like that. So
You were in Flushing too?
I was in Fresh Meadows.
Oh, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Same.
I think we were
Sus.
talking about how Eddie used to work at that Kohl's
Yeah,
next to
where-
the movie
where you
theater.
got expelled?
Yeah.
Where you tried to steal from? Oh, man.
I feel like also,
Small ass world.
I know.
New York guys, like New York Asian Korean guys, are super toxic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what super slept on?
Huh.
New York Flushing Moroccans.
All right.
Thank you.
That was the most silent this podcast had ever been for like 5 seconds.
Why don't we, ladies watching,
That's how you do it,
Please.
fellas.
please stop sleeping on him. Stop taking these naps.
Listen, okay? Everything I shot, just go on.
No.
I give
No.
up. I give
Moms Love Gabe is his handle. If you guys could do him a favor and stop sleeping on this man, slide in.
We have like 90% dudes that watch this.
You know, but we're trying to get a lady audience higher, because I think also on the last podcast was so hard. She was like, man, I feel a whole lot of testosterone when I'm around you guys.
Do you guys feel that?
I mean, I do with every man around me. But I feel like you guys are open and, you guys listen and you're not overbearing. I've definitely been in a room full of, like, very big alpha, like, everything you say, I have to one-up. That was really annoying. That was energy that I could not stand being around, especially if there was no other female in the room. I'd be like, what the fuck am I right now? Yeah.
How have you felt? Have you felt over testosterone?
I think I'm just such a strong personality on my own that it like, I can be like dicks away. Oh my goodness.
She's like Moses.
I think
Slam into the wall.
Me and Jimmy just
repellent, cock repellent. But no, but I also think I'm so used to being in a lot of male-dominated spaces. Like I worked in Wall Street, like I'm in tech, right? Like there aren't a lot of female founders that, for better or for worse, I think I like get used to like, I don't know, like being used to that kind of energy. But I do notice sometimes, like when I hang out with female friends or like a different group, I'm like, oh wow, that's so different.
Something's different
than
here.
than what I was.
Oh, we gotta switch it up now. We gotta switch it up. We gotta have a feminine podcast one day.
Feminine podcast.
Oh my god, so
No, it's not just acting flamboyant. What the fuck?
yeah, but it adds to it.
Okay.
Acting flamboyant. You
Sure.
talk about like girl things, You're
Okay.
like, you're like the gay bestie.
All right.
That makes sense. Okay, we can skip this too. I'm gonna go.
Lynn,
I'm gonna just go. Let me unplug this shit.
Yeah, being a tattoo artist, I feel like you're also in kind of like a male dominated space, right? Surrounded by a lot of testosterone, especially I feel like quote unquote alpha guys, right? They're probably coming into the tattoo shop getting
Oh, for sure.
right. So yeah, like what are do I'm guessing, are you also having these kind of conversations with?
I feel like the majority of men that I've worked with are very respectable.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything that I felt uncomfortable about.
Right.
A lot of my clientele are women. And they're also very respectful with that.
Okay.
You know, if they see that I'm tattooing a woman from like the hip down, or they're wearing like bikini bottoms or underwear, they won't even come over to my station. They're like, oh, I don't want to, invade your privacy. They'll ask if I want barriers. So I work with very professional people. Before I go work at a shop, so I've been doing a lot of guest spots. So I'll go to different shops. I'll work there. I'll kind of learn the business, learn the people, spread my name out. I'll go there to see how it is. I'll feel out the vibe of it, and if I feel like I could handle these people for a few weeks, then I'll work there. But if I'm like, oh, I could see that there's a lot of like, not ill intent, but bad morale going on here, I'm like, no, I can't do it, because that's contagious, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of conversation is draining too.
And being a tattoo artist, I feel like you get really up close and personal with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Like, have you ever had any like more intimate conversations with guys that you've tattooed?
Yeah, but I think it's pretty rare because a lot of men aren't that vulnerable. You know, it takes a lot of men to get that vulnerable with a girlfriend that they've been with for years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rare to meet someone who will open up that deep to someone they just met, you know, today. But I do.
I open up deep.
That's okay.
How deep?
You open up and let him go
deep?
deep. Let him go deep.
Hey, you don't know my body. I open up. I'm sorry.
Real deep.
Sorry. Listen, I saw the opportunity and I had to take it. Sorry.
What are you talking about?
It's okay.
You got talking to the audio technica.
I am, bro.
I'm watching
Am
it.
I-
It's not
Oh.
just
Okay.
because you turn your
Yeah.
head and you like.
Yeah. I definitely get a lot of females who open up about very serious events that happen in their life. I really appreciate that. I'll check in on them every once in a while too to make sure they're still doing well.
But more so on the guys, like you know, like a long tattoo appointment. Has he tried to like kind of rizz it up?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
mid
Hell yeah.
session.
And you know what? Some of them even, not a few of them have girlfriends, and they'll come to me and they'll talk to me like, oh yeah, I've been in this like a long relationship, but she's not doing this, or I'm feeling this way, and I'm feeling, and it's just like, I'm trying to view it from an equal perspective, because if a girl comes to me and she's talking to me and having girl talk and be like, oh, you know, this is how I feel in my relationship, I feel like he's lacking here and here. If a guy's coming to me and he feels like he's comfortable enough to talk to me, I'm like, okay, I'll be open ears. I'll hear the kind of ups and downs in your relationships. But the second you're like, oh, but we should hang out sometime after this, or you should come and, you know, hang out with so-and-so, some of my friends, and I'll be like, oh, okay, is your girlfriend gonna come? And they're like, oh, maybe she shouldn't come. And I was like, then I shouldn't come either. Yeah.
W
That's
response.
so crazy
W
to
response.
me.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Right.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I know.
What happened? I'm serious. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's actually crazy.
So what about single guys? Have they've almost had like this first date kind of vibe as you're tattooing them?
They try to.
Yeah, how does that go?
I don't know. I feel like I make it very clear that I don't go out with my clients.
Right.
I feel like there's a very big conflict of interest there.
That's why I haven't gotten a tattoo yet.
Yeah, if I see that they're getting a little too comfortable, like I want you to be comfortable, you know, I want you to come here, I want you to enjoy your time. But if you're getting a little too comfortable, where it's making me uncomfortable, I will clearly set boundaries and I'll kind of step away and I'll let them know. Yeah.
Rizless zone.
Dude,
Like no Riz zone. Like that would be funny.
Can you get that for me?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
people get
That could be a little cocky too. Please don't hit on me. Oh, okay, man. I'm sorry, miss.
No, but it can say like by her assistant, you know, like so it's not from her. Yeah.
I don't know. So many people get overly familiar, like so quick, and it's in like the most inappropriate settings. Like I've read so many stories about, or like sometimes I experience like Uber drivers, right, like hitting on you, and it's like I just want to go home, you know, like, and like it's so, I don't know, it's so weird. And you're thinking about like these men with girlfriends too. You know what makes me so sad? It reminds me of like a lot of guys in my DMs are like married men. it's like men with like literally profiles of like pictures of their family and kids in their profile pictures, like saying the most, like the nastiest stuff you could imagine. And it makes me feel so sad for like the women that they're with.
I just snitched somebody out recently.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You what?
I snitched somebody out recently.
Snitch.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
so?
you like, yo, you know your man's, your husband
Yeah, no,
is.
because it was like one of those thirst trap pictures, and like he's been replying to my stories, and I haven't said anything about it, but he hit me with the, when are you gonna follow me? And I'm thinking like,
Rizzler.
No.
why the fuck would I follow? Like, what do you offer for me to follow? You know? So I was like, let me check out this man's page. Let me see what he brings to the table. And first, he's private. The only thing in his bio is his girlfriend's at.
What the?
So I clicked the girlfriend's at. 10-year anniversary post. The first post. Happy 10-year anniversary. I was like, oh, I bet. So I responded to him. I was like, oh, 10-year relationship, huh? And he was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with admiring. And I was like, question marks? And he was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. And I'm letting him type out. He's like, never mind. I sound stupid right now. I'm going to stop before I get in trouble. And we had some mutuals. And so I hit up my mutuals. I was like, hey.
Oh, what? Yo, he
Yeah,
bold.
I know. And so I hit up our mutuals. And I was like, hey, do you know about this person? And they're like, no, we don't. We follow each other, but we don't know why we follow each other. Give him another chance. I hit up another person. I was like, hey, do you know this person? No, not really. I'm like, okay, he's kind of in the green zone to snitch.
Yeah.
You know? And I was trying to give him a warning. And I was like, you have a very beautiful girlfriend, and she seems to be very in love with you. And if you hit 10 years, like, you need to respect him more, because I've been on this end and I hate it. And if like she were to find out, like, you're so lucky I'm not gonna snitch. I sat there for like 30 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna snitch.
Yeah. Nah, he definitely did not expect to get snitched on too. She's like,
I
wow.
know. So I messaged her. I screenshotted everything from like the first DM that he sent me. I was like, yeah, this has been going on for a while. And I was like, you're a very beautiful girl. And I'm sure you have a very beautiful soul. And I've just been on this end of the, situation. And it's not a good feeling to find out on your own. I'm not sure. I don't think she was on Instagram that much, because like her posts were very, they had a lot of time between them. And when I did message her, she didn't see it for like, I don't know, like 12 hours or something. But she was just like,
did she see? When she did see it,
she saw it. She was just like, thank you for reaching out. Not a lot of females would go out of their way to let me know that this is going down, but I'm definitely going to have a talk with him, and I appreciate it. And I was like, yeah, of course. I'm always going to look out for women or anyone. If you were a woman like doing it to a man, I'd call out you on your boyfriend too. But he ended up sending me like an apology message later that day. I didn't open it. I just saw I'm sorry for it. I was like, okay, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
girls are a lot more smarter about those type of things. Guys are just thirsty,
Some girls be in the DMs though, with the.
Sure, but
It's just not like.
I don't think
socials.
I don't think girls with boyfriends are doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Are
Yes, they are.
No, I don't think they're immediately going, oh, I like what I see.
Yes, they are.
Girls with boyfriends
Yeah.
are not doing. Girls with boyfriends will probably do something a lot more subtle, like, just more on a conversational basis, like, oh, what are you doing today, or like, oh, how's your day? Just a lot more subtle. I feel like that's what you pulling something up.
The story went off literally yesterday. My friend, he posted his story, and then he just like he exposed somebody too, and it was like a girl just like saying like, I want this, I want your hands around my neck, this is
Dude,
that.
why do people?
And it's really just for like people with like a following. That's where like guys and girls just feel the need to like throw themselves and like act like that. But girls definitely do that shit. Girls definitely do that.
It's just so sad. It's so sad how common like cheating is. Like, to me, it feels like something that's like so terrible and so awful and like really hurts someone. And it's, I don't know, it's like, and it's so avoidable too. It's like a conscious choice that you make. And like, it's just like, do people not have shame too? Like the shame, like, is it not embarrassing to be like, oh, when are you gonna follow me back? And like keep trying when this person's obviously not reciprocating either.
I think there's like a innate human desire for like novelty and new things, and but it's like at the same time people don't want to lose their comfort, their
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's people that are greedy. So people, my theory is that like people get a relationship, but then obviously in the back of their head they think they could do better, or like they want better, but they don't want to break up with the person to find better, but then they're like, okay, if I could just stay with this person and try to find something better, and then once I find something better, once I know, so it's like low risk, low reward. Like that's what like most people are. They're very like insecure about themselves, but like over secure somehow. That the fact that they think they can get like these girls and stuff, but yeah,
it's very gross. Very.
No,
very gross, very grotesque.
I pulled up this tweet that I recently here. This was crazy to me. It's like this guy in my DMs.
Wait, read it to us.
We'll have to like send it to the editor to like put on the screen or something.
Oh yeah.
But it's this guy, and his bio says "loving my family of 5," and he's in my DMs. It's like at like 10 a.m. or something, and it's like hey, and then 2 minutes later, hey cutie, and then like 2 weeks later or something, there's a message. Wait, Jimmy, read it.
He's a cheater with 3 kids. ... Wouldn't reply to him, Lamel.
Yeah, so from the same account. So I guess his wife logged on, saw the messages, and then messaged. Yeah. So it was like, hey cutie, and then he's a cheater with 3 kids. Wouldn't reply to him.
Damn.
I was like,
That's insane.
but like, but it's like what's at stake is just so high, right? It's like when you have a whole family, when you have children at stake, and you're still playing these games, like, come on.
I that's why I think people should get all the fun out of their system before they actually settle down with a family.
Right.
Yep.
And a lot of people they get into these relationships in their 20s and mid 20s, and then they get married, and then they realize they start a family, and it's just once you get into a family, you get settled into a routine. The same thing day in and day out, day in and day out. And as much as people want to argue, like, no, my family, we do new things every day. Like, it's just don't hit the same as like when you were single and you have all the freedom in the world to like DM whoever the fuck, travel the world, hit off wherever the fuck, go to the club, right? It's just not the same. And I feel like for people that do that, they've just lived in that comfort for so long that they're just itching to like do something, right? So that's why you see a lot of that. That's why now Gabe is fully getting it out of his system. We got our me not so much. I had more of a wholesome Japan trip, but
honestly, no, I feel
Word just aired me out. Like crazy. Yeah, no, I'm ready, Lynn. I mean, I'm ready. I took Ritalin. No,
that's a bar.
What?
Yeah, you was just freestyling just now.
Yeah, no, it's an Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem song.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, but I do agree. I think like any person that makes such a toxic or stupid decision, you could narrow it back to like their upbringing and like, how they were raised, what they dealt with and stuff. Because like you could tell, like just looking at that dude, he looks like he didn't have like a fun childhood.
I guess.
He definitely got beat as a kid.
Like he probably like he got like married at like 19, and then like just got tossed into a life, and then now like with social media and everything, like he just sees everybody having fun, and then he's just raising his kids, and then he's on his phone. He's like, wow, I could message these bad girls, and maybe she'll reply, and I don't have to like get a babysitter for my kid and go to the bar and try to get a girl. I could just send DMs, and my wife will never know. Like,
oh shit! I still in my bio. I still have loving family.
Yeah, but I love my wife. She's never gonna reply to me anyways. She's not gonna tell my wife.
That's
so, all that
you really you played a whole life
not the right.
Yeah, that's a crazy assumption off of one little avatar.
I'm not gonna go.
I'm just that good.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I don't know. I just wonder like how much of it just has to do with like what you said too, like about social media. Like did people cheat more or less like before social media too?
Just nobody knew.
No, I think people still cheated, but it was a lot more probably under the table. Maybe like, they might be cheating on people in their neighborhood rather than people. Maybe the fucking postman that you see every day, or maybe the girl at the flower shop, right? And like every time you get flowers for your wife, she's also kind of friendly.
Fucked.
She's also kind of friendly the way she's smiling. and like you make small talk. Next thing you know,
She let me keep.
You know what? This flower's for you, miss. Right?
I think you gave me one extra.
You start flirting with a flower girl.
Yeah.
All right. So I think it happened more like that
It's just
in like the 1970s. I don't know.
You guys know.
1970. Really.
You guys know what is a crazy dynamic that I like hear a lot or read a lot about is like coaches like cheating. So like I read a lot of like Reddit
like personal.
Yeah, like
trainers?
a lot of Reddit stories. So like I started doing jujitsu recently, right? And I read this Reddit thread about this guy and his wife would go to this jujitsu gym and like trained under like this black belt guy, and then all of a sudden his wife starts getting like private sessions and like late sessions, and then he's like something's going on, and yeah, eventually it turns out that the wife is cheating with the coach.
Especially jujitsu, because you get real. You start tugging. You start grabbing things.
I just thought of a whole scenario.
No. The jujitsu is like such a might as well just you could do that in bed.
I guess, but no. But here's the thing: I went down this rabbit hole of like gyms and like wrestling too, or like boxing. Like there are so many married coaches that have a lot of sex with their female students. Wow. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's realistic.
Cause some of the jujitsu positions. Next thing, like you start wrestling. Next thing you know, they're pushing right in your face.
No, I think it's a little bit more like.
Like I guess.
Secret technique. Smooch. No, I think it's just a sexual tension thing. Like if I was a coach, okay, this is just my wild imagination. I would never do this. But if I was a jiu-jitsu instructor and a couple came and then the wife is attractive or the girlfriend and then she needs extra lessons, I'm like hitting her with a move and then like I might throw something witty like hit her with a secret move and then like pin her down and be like
She dies. Never been performed before a move.
No,
Right, but she'll get turned on by that move.
Yeah.
I feel like as a jujitsu instructor, you probably know all the moves to turn
That's
her
what I'm
on.
saying. Like she like you teach her a move and she tries it and then you hit her with a counter and then you pin her down and you're
Right.
like, maybe next week gonna learn this. And then she like and then after now you get off of her and then she's just on the floor like, oh, I have a husband.
Right.
I'm hearing you guys play this out, and I'm like, I see now
You see what I'm
why
saying?
these coaches
You see
are
what
doing.
I'm saying?
That's crazy. But
You
like,
see?
it's like but the coaches are married too. It's like two married people, and it's like, why are you going and doing this stuff if you can't handle it? I don't know.
I mean, one is exercise. When you're exercising, it's exercise. You burn calories.
Word.
You burn calories. So. But like when you do high calorie like exercise, you naturally just feel more things in your body, right?
Until you feel one medium-sized thing. Yeah, where'd that come from? Yeah, but no, definitely. If I wasn't doing this career,
I'd definitely be a fucking jujitsu instructor.
I'll be them all. Monday I'm jujitsu, Tuesday Krav Maga.
Have you seen that like sexual therapist guy in LA where it's like if you haven't been with somebody in a while and you feel like all you need is companionship in a more touchy way, he will literally like invite you in. It's one-on-one sessions and there's mats all over his studio and they just cuddle for like 5 hours and he gets into like these dry humping positions and they won't kiss, but they'll embrace each other. Very strong.
Keep playing the long game.
Yeah, I know.
Keep playing the long.
I know. And then
like
he'll be like, pay me. So he gets to cuddle with all these women, dry hump them, get paid, and then go home. And all these women are going to him for it.
Because I feel like they just know the language and femininity just so well. And probably a French guy with long hair. Oh, mi amor.
Ooh, shoulders very stiff. You don't have sex long time, huh? Come here.
Please.
Yo, what are we doing having a podcast? We gotta start that shit up.
We don't have a French accent, bro.
I could.
I mean,
I would do like a actually what?
okay. I'm trying to wrap this up in my head. I'm trying to understand this like with the benefit of the doubt, right? Like he's actually doing a job and like it's a service for people. I mean, right, to some extent, like I think there's a lot of physical intimacy that isn't inherently sexual. Like, yeah, like I'm a very physically affectionate person. Like I like holding hands with my friends, right? Like I like to like hug my friends. Like I've cuddled with my friends, right? And it's never felt sexual. So I think there's a little bit of that. Like sometimes people are just touch starved, and like it's a way that they feel love, right? Like physical touch is a love language, and it's still a love language even if you're not with a partner. Like that's still something you need. So I get that, but like still see, I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
You don't think you would ever get turned on by your jujutsu instructor? Well,
here's the thing. Is I am not into older men.
Sure.
Like I'm not into.
But what if it's a younger?
Yeah. What if he was like some K-pop, sexy?
I have a boyfriend.
Pale.
Stop. I have a boyfriend, first of all, and nobody is sexy except for John.
Okay. What if John was your instructor and you guys
I'm
weren't
fucking.
dating?
I'm fucking.
Okay, but look.
That'd be so hot. Now I have to tell him that he needs to be.
You gotta roleplay that. You gotta roleplay that.
I'm gonna name off another occupation that would you fold, Lynn? Like being that you're single now, right? Do you think like jujutsu you would all of a sudden get turned on? And your instructor was, this built guy.
If he was my type, maybe.
Yeah.
But then
and he just pinned you down. You're like, yeah, no, try to get out. And he's like whispering.
It's like, you don't know enough yet, but I could teach you.
Holy shit.
I feel like I would consider it, but then I also have to keep in mind that if he's doing it to me, he's probably doing it to a lot of women, who are coming into this gym. So I'm probably just another one on his list
he's
that
just
he's trying to get
You're
to.
my worst student.
Yeah, like he would have to be a little bit more creative than trying to pin me down and take me out, because
suplex?
What?
You trying to suplex?
I don't know. Like I feel like you'd have to make it obvious. Like, okay, I want to take you out on a date, rather than like.
But that initial
Good answer.
But do you think are you folding a little bit? Are you folding a little bit when you get pinned down for the first time?
She gonna be
in my head a little bit. Yeah, I'll be looking up at him like, oh my God, we can do so much right now.
You said what?
We can do so much right now.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
No, behave. I tap.
Okay. Now there's another occupation I think.
My girl never go into a class. I'm gonna start studying jujutsu now.
No,
so if she ever wants to, black belt.
No. There's more classes that you should not let your girl go to. So dance classes. Dance classes.
This time watching the instructor.
Hey man, what you doing right there? Hey, brother. Ease off on the hands.
Hey, brother, what you doing over there?
Ease off on the hands. Can we get a female instructor? Oh man. But yeah, my girl's not going to any ballet classes.
You just giving me new fears.
No personal. Cause ballet classes and like waltz, fucking
boxing,
dancing classes are because like waltzing are like this, and you're holding them like this.
Yeah.
Right? And if my girl's getting spun around and getting held like this,
my girl learning nothing, unless it's for me for that one. Cause I couldn't imagine like a billiards teacher just go behind them, just nice and slow, right? I'm just like,
I feel like you could take everything and turn it sexually though, if you really wanted to. Like if you had like a very an attractive client, you're like, yeah, I could fucking. Let's see. How can I get behind them? How can I say this in a very slow and sexy voice?
How would you do it if you're a tattoo artist? Huh? What's your tattoo artist riz?
I don't know. I feel like I can't even consider risen up on my clients.
Maybe when you shave them.
I'm very.
You can put on the.
No. What if
there was one time I was shaving this girl and she had a very nice body, but the way I put my stencils on, I rub out my. So you put stencils on. There's like a cream that you put on the client to transfer your stencil over, and I have to get it a right consistency for my stencils to transfer the way that I like. And sometimes when I do that, I need to like rub it out. And she was getting it on her like her thigh, butt, leg area, and her boyfriend was watching me, and I'm like. Rubbing it everywhere, and he was like, whoa, calm down. That's my girl, okay? That's my girl.
That's so funny.
I'm so
that
sorry.
was your girl.
Yeah.
take notes.
Nah.
Oh,
If
no.
I saw another hot girl waxing my girl, I'm like,
I'm in the.
yeah, I'm recorded. I'm like, wait, hold on, a little slower, please.
Yeah, when you walk
Yeah,
away,
don't
I
let
might
this
fuck it up. And then you
Oh
gotta
my
reply it.
God.
Yeah, don't let this moment go away. We're gonna.
You get a vagina tattoo next.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
spelling the
God.
stencil on the other thigh.
I was tattooing one of my friends, and he was like jokingly making comments, but I was tattooing him on this side, and he kept like looking over, and so I pushed his chin away so he wasn't blocking my light. He was like, "I've never had a woman touch me like that before,"
Oh,
and we were just
a
laughing.
virgin?
But
a foot, a shoulder. Well,
He was
yeah,
playing
I
it
don't
to
know.
the pit. Yeah.
But I guess like instances like that.
yeah.
you could
Have you
shoot a
ever?
shot.
What tattoo do I want from Lynn?
What? Have you ever had to tattoo a guy's private areas?
No.
Like maybe just maybe not his exact that, but like maybe the side of.
I've tattooed. No, I think the
No?
closest I've gotten was like the top of the thigh, but
Okay.
I've tattooed like the inside of women's thighs before.
Okay.
And that gets pretty intimate when you don't like take care of yourself all too well.
Would you tattoo a dick? Not asking personally.
No.
Okay.
That just seems like really difficult. I feel like I couldn't even take a nice picture of that, you know, even if I censored it. Because one, you have to be hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you could stay hard in that much pain. I mean, I guess some people are into it, you know.
Masochist.
But somebody would have to be cupping it from underneath, and then I would have to be stretching it with these two fingers, and then tattooing it with this one, and then somebody would need to be. What's that person? I don't think it's a real position, but important. Featherer.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah. Well, somebody would need to be like flashing him boobies or something. You'd have to put porn on the TV for this to be working out, and it just sounds
Probably
too
Viagra.
complicated of
Yeah.
a mission
Mm.
for me to ever be like, yeah, I'm fucking down. This would be really cool.
What if a guy just like threw you 100K and threw you 100K and Lynn, you gotta keep me hard while you tattoo me.
I could make 100K without keeping
Yeah.
you hard,
That's
right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
What about the keeping him hard part though?
You just gonna give me money?
For a tattoo on his dick.
Oh.
Would you go through that process?
I don't know.
Her face.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be selling myself short a lot.
Mm.
I think it'd be how desperate I am for that money.
Mm.
If I'm starving.
She out
and,
now. She got a whole. She
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks ago, but now.
Yeah, I had some guy message me a few weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, let me get into your books. My books are closed for a few months. Well, they're open right now, but I'm booked out for a few months." And I was like, "Okay, you're gonna have to wait until I think like September." And he was just like, "I don't want to wait until then." And I was like, "What the fuck do you want me to do about it? I have set days that I work. I fill them all up." Yeah, he was like, "I'll pay double." I was like, "You want to pay double my rate?" And then he was like, "Okay, maybe like 1.5 times your rate." And then he saw my thirst trap. He's like, 2 times your rate.
2.3
And I
times.
was like, no, 2.5. And I was just like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
just
made it
so
weird.
unattractive for you to keep like, I don't know. I'm not money driven like that, you know? Like people have presented opportunities to me where they're like, oh, we'll give you X amount of money. We'll make sure you do this and that. I'm like, I really don't care because it's just
You're
showing
gonna
me the
make it
type of
eventually anyways.
person, you know, you are. And I'm like, I'm not trying to spend all that time with you if that's how you're trying to motivate me. We're not on the same wavelength. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, on that note, I also want to talk about what were we talking about before?
Yeah. You want to go or you want me to get you one?
You can go. Because I don't know where they
Can
are.
you get me another water? Thank you.
Oh, you can have one.
Oh, thank you, baby.
I was getting her one.
Oh, no. Give it back so Gabe can have his moment.
Actually, I think we could wrap this podcast up. Huh? Yeah. Well, that was fun. That went by pretty quick.
Fun. I know, it did.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're around good people, you know?
Aw. Oh, he's such a provider.
Yeah, I know.
You are such a... Ladies watching the podcast, if there are any, do you hear that? Do you see this?
Or ladies on the podcast.
Oh, quit playing.
This is so... Do you have snacks? I had this conversation recently, but if you have snacks as a man at your house, you ran through. Oh, did we talk about this?
Oh, we
did
did.
talk about.
We did.
Yeah, and I
Or
was
kind of.
I was telling John. John bought me so many snacks at his place, and I was like, good. But he didn't have snacks before me. Ideal.
Yeah.
This is leftovers.
What is
from
that?
Coachella.
No, that.
Protein.
Oh.
You want?
No. It just looked good. It looked like an Oreo. Like an inside out Oreo.
You do it then. I'm faithful.
Wow. What the fuck?
We could Lady in the Tramp.
Oh my god, can we?
Oh,
Yeah,
look
I
what I
was-
started.
No.
I don't think they
Oh,
can
hello.
go get ball.
No, keep going. What the fuck? There's a whole lot more protein bar.
No, this is. We need a noodle. You know, like this doesn't work.
Rosie
as-
talking about deep. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, she hit the squiggle with the kai back.
Come on, let's show them how real men do it.
Come on, huh?
Come over here. Oh yeah, bring your ass over here.
Oh, no. Oh.
Pussy.
Only for the FanHouse.
God, you are. You are a scaredy cat.
I can't breathe.
Um,
I feel like I lost like 3 pounds on this episode.
Oh man, well. If you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please drop a like, and also you guys can see this podcast on Spotify a couple days before it airs on YouTube. And go ahead and if you guys are in California, or even not, if you guys ever want to get tattooed by Lynn, she just opened up a new shop in Long Beach, I believe. Right? So yeah, go check out her Instagram. All her socials will be down below. And man, show them a couple. Do you have tattoos that you tattooed on yourself?
No, I have one. I have an itty bitty one because that shit hurt, bro. When I was tattooing myself, I was like, I don't know how my clients take this shit. Because, oh my God, it is so painful. It's just this little, everyone thinks it's a teacup. It's an ink cap. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they're like, oh.
She announced it in every single letter in there.
I recently got my leg tattooed. That shit hurt so bad. I was just laying in bed like, dear Jesus Lord, what do I
my
do to
God.
people for a living? Yeah. I'm not even done. It's just like the outline too.
no, that tattoo you got was I'm into that. That was hot. Yeah.
I'll post it. I'll post it up.
Yeah. And
How'd you like tattooing on the podcast before?
I liked it.
I wanted to do that, but I don't want to copy their idea.
No. We'll have other ideas. But I feel like that's a little hectic, like trying to tattoo and also talk at the same time.
A lot of artists don't like it, but I think that's how I get into my zone is when I
really?
talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know, music, watching TV it bores me. But when I'm
Yeah.
interacting with my clients, I feel like such an emotional connection with them that I feel like I'm pushing out a better tattoo. Now I feel a little bit more obligated to give you I feel obligated to give you the best work that I can. But now I'm really taking my time and I'm letting you know okay, I'm gonna take my time with this, so we might take a little longer because I want this to be as perfect as I can with you, you know? As opposed to me getting like a really shitty client that I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna give you a great tattoo, but I don't want to ever talk to you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you guys want to leave any questions for us, you guys been going crazy in the comments, and we always talk about your comments on the podcast. So please leave it down below. We actually have a section on the FanHouse now, so just go to the first link in the description box and go to the first link in the comment section and just go there and comment any questions you have, or just any comments you have that you want us to talk about or answer. So yeah, go to that link now. Okay, bye.
Bye.